Calypso's for 2017. Dominica, where your money gone? Trinity says Panama. Hey, Maxine, are you a big Calypso fan? And good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Well, Calypso season is one of the best seasons of the year. We're coming out of one of the best seasons into one of the next best seasons.
Yes, that's for you. Sure.
That's how we roll. Yes. No, well, you know I love my Calypso. I'm not as involved as I used to be. But I still very much look forward to it. I will be missing very much the contributions of the man who played this year. I already know that. I'm already feeling his absence. But I'm sure that we're going to have an excellent season. There's definitely lots of topics to be written and sung about.
Well, I'll tell you what, Maxine, you know, on one of your menus this year, 2017...
I'll have to introduce a booklet special.
Or you can do a Calypso special.
A Calypso special. Okay, yes. We'll have to come up with something.
Come up with something.
Yeah, man, we'll have to come up with something.
But I want to know what's on the menu today.
Well, today we have stewed chicken wings. We have pork in citrus sauce. We have a grilled marlin in a tomato sauce, and we have our vegetarian ratatouille, which is made of eggplant, tomatoes, sweet peppers, garlic and onions and stuff, nicely seasoned up. No dairy, no animal matter in there, but it's a very tasty dish. And then we have that coming along with provision pie. So we have a mixed provision pie, pink beans, vegetable rice, and a fresh garden salad. And then today we have as our soup of the day, coming out of the wild meat season, but coming into carnival, you know, we have to store up on it. So we're still keeping on our crab callaloo is our soup of the day today. Excellent crab callaloo, I can attest to that. And I would want you to make sure that you try it first so that you can have your own opinion and you're not going on anybody else's. So we have stewed chicken wings, pork in citrus sauce, marlin in a tomato sauce, a vegetarian ratatouille comes along with provision pie, pink beans, vegetarian rice, vegetable rice, and salad. And then our soup of the day is the crab callaloo. We also have, as usual, our cream of pumpkin soup. And of course, today is TGI Fridays, so later on we'll be doing our hot wings, our honey barbecue wings, our ribs and fries and stuff, and our fish and fries, fish and salad, our 2 for 20 tacos special, and we'll have our live music on the sidewalk as usual, with the man Atunia coming in this evening, and then we have our happy hours, Kubuli 3 for 10, Caribs 3 for 10, Heineken 2 for 8, and so on, going on for the entire evening until midnight tonight. So it's TGI Fridays here at Urban Garden Cafe. Don't forget, we are located right opposite the Petit Savan bus stop, opposite Macmillan gas station, down the road from the Roseau Cathedral, up the road from the Bayfront, 8 Castle Street, Roseau, and our number is 317-8888. We also deliver between Kenfield and Louvier, so if you need something brought to you, you can call us, make your order, and we'll bring it right to your doorstep.
Thank you very much, Maxine, and have a great weekend.
Have a wonderful day and weekend yourself, man.
Thank you very much.
Urban Garden Cafe, a pleasant and cozy respite on the outskirts of Roseau. We provide breakfast, lunch, and snacks Mondays to Thursdays, happy hour fare on Fridays, and good food in town on a Saturday. Eating healthy away from home has never been easier. Treat your taste buds to creative and delicious combinations. We buy organic. We care about you. Urban Garden Cafe, the healthy, delicious choice for breakfast, lunch, and snacks. Call us at 317-8888. Come by at 8 Castle Street, Roseau. Check our Facebook page for daily lunch specials. Urban Garden Cafe, open Mondays to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Fridays, 8 a.m. to midnight, and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Urban Garden Cafe, where healthy meets delicious just for you.
Serving the Northeast and Dominica for over 16 years, the Genesis Restaurant and Bar brings all into the 21st century, offering a full breakfast, lunch, and snack and dinner on order menus, serving local, Caribbean, American, international, and contemporary cuisine. Visit us today. We are less than 5 minutes from Dominica's Douglas Charles Airport, on location on the ground floor of Marigas Village Pharmacy Complex. At where? Come dine with us. We field a full bar service, open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Saturday, and 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Sundays. Visit us on Facebook for our daily menu and special events information. Genesis Restaurant Bar and Catering Services. Or call us at 612-2511. Again, that number is 612-2511. Genesis, the beginning of a fantastic culinary experience.
Available at Drivers Auto Supplies. Very good quality used tires in sizes 13, 14, 16, and 17. Also available at some size 15s such as 195-5515 and 195-6015. Good for cars, SUVs, and minibuses, etc. The used tires are really in excellent condition. Visit us today at 51 Porter Street, Portersville. Just look for the tire rack opposite the road by ACS 711 Portersville and then follow the arrow. Drivers Auto Supplies, quality tires and good prices. Telephone numbers 277-0505 or 277-6151. Come get your quality tires today.
Q95, the big station, your Calypso radio headquarters, bringing you the live proceedings of every Calypso show and every Calypso tent. Song for song, beat for beat, tent for tent, competition for competition. Listen to our live broadcasts from anywhere in the world. Stay connected at Q95DA.com. Send us your texts and WhatsApp messages during our exhilarating live broadcasts to 767-615-1426. Let us know you're connected and locked to the big station, Q95. Our commentators will acknowledge you and your messages and shout-outs during each and every exciting live broadcast. Tune in this Saturday, 7th January from 8 p.m. for the Calypso Eliminations. Q95, the big station, your Calypso radio headquarters. Right on Q.
Soundproof. Takes one to know one.
Of Israel, stand by me so I won't fall in hell. Your kingdom is at hand, and my people are subject to damnation. A little strength to resist corruption, a little strength to walk in the right direction. And the churches know, and don't tell the leaders so. So it takes one to know one. Corruption takes one to know one to have the country go in the wrong direction. Takes one to know one when civil society will keep their mouth hush hush. Takes one to know one to have the image of the country as a laughter. Ha 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 ha. Somebody's grave. Somebody talk to me. Somebody's grave.
The news is coming up next on the big station. Soundproof in 2017.
The sun rays beaming, my own reflection deep into my soul. For in the heart of the country there are so much traitors, so much liars, so much thieves. In a public meeting the leader declare who are the traitors. In that same meeting he tell the world who are the liars. But the world knows it takes one to know one. So it takes one to know one.
It takes one to know one.
A traitor takes one to know one. To gossip on a sister takes one to know one. To have the country under pressure takes one to know one. To have the image of the country as a laughter. Somebody's grave. Somebody talk to me.
Welcome to Q95's Lunchtime News Update for today, Friday, January 6, 2017, brought to you through the kind compliments of Fresh Vitamins.
At Fresh Vitamins, we've got everything you need for health and well-being. We carry a wide range of all-natural sports nutrition and health supplements, plus gluten-free and organic foods, all from quality brands, including Solaray, Cal, Bob's Red Mill, Nature's Way, Source Naturals, and Designer Way. Fresh Vitamins has 2 convenient locations. We're at number 7, Great George Street, Roseau, and we're in Portsmouth, inside IGA Whitchurch Supermarket. Join our discount club and save up to 20% every day on your purchases. Like us on Facebook to stay informed about our products and specials. Come into Fresh Vitamins today and get healthy.
Welcome back. In local news, following Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt's denial of CBS ever contacting him for an interview to discuss Dominica's CBI program, CBS confirmed to Q95 that they had made numerous attempts to contact the Prime Minister through his ambassador to the USA and OAS, Dr. Vince Henderson. Speaking on a local media program earlier today, the ambassador confirmed that CBS had indeed contacted him, and he provided a list of potential candidates, including himself, but remained tight-lipped as to whether or not CBS attempted to contact the Prime Minister through his office. In other news, the Court of Appeal has ordered that Supervisor of Elections in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Sylvia Findlay Scrub, her agents or servants not destroy documents pertaining to the December 9, 2015 election in Central Leeward and North Windward until the hearing of an appeal related to the results there. Justice Louise Blendman made the order on December 20th, 2016, after lawyers for the main opposition New Democratic Party filed an application asking that the election chief be restrained from destroying the documents. In keeping with the law, a supervisor of elections in St. Vincent and the Grenadines can destroy election documents 1 year after the election. The NDP, however, is challenging the election results in North Windward and Central Leeward, which election officials say were won by the Unity Labour Party, which was returned to a 4-term in office by a single-seat majority. And the U.S. has identified the Russian agents behind the alleged hacking ahead of the presidential election won by Donald Trump in November, reports say. The agents, whose names have not been released, are alleged to have sent stolen Democratic emails to WikiLeaks to try to swing the vote for Mr. Trump. Russia denies any involvement, and WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange says Moscow was not the source. Intelligence officials are due to brief Mr. Trump, who doubts the claims, later. And this concludes your Lunchtime News Update, brought to you compliments Fresh Vitamins. I'm Linda Martin. Do join us again at 4 for the Prime Evening News Update. Good afternoon.
At Fresh Vitamins, we've got everything you need for health and well-being. We carry a wide range of all-natural sports nutrition and health supplements, plus gluten-free and organic foods, all from quality brands, including Solaray, Cal, Bob's Red Mill, Nature's Way, Source Naturals, and Desire Way. Fresh Vitamins has 2 convenient locations. We're at number 7, Great George Street, Roseau, and we're in Portsmouth, inside IGA Whitchurch Supermarket. Join our discount club and save up to 20% every day on your purchases. Like us on Facebook to stay informed about our products and specials. Come into Fresh Vitamins today and get healthy.
Urban Garden Cafe, a pleasant and cozy respite on the outskirts of Roseau. We provide breakfast, lunch, and snacks Mondays to Thursdays. Happy hour fare on Friday. Urban Garden Cafe, a pleasant and cozy respite on the outskirts of Roseau. We provide breakfast, lunch, and snacks Mondays to Thursdays, happy hour fare on Fridays, and good food in town on a Saturday. Eating healthy away from home has never been easier. Treat your taste buds to creative and delicious combinations. We buy organic. We care about you. Urban Garden Cafe, the healthy, delicious choice for breakfast, lunch, and snacks. Call us at 317-8888. Come by at 8 Castle Street, Roseau. Check our Facebook page for daily lunch specials. Urban Garden Cafe, open Mondays to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Fridays, 8 a.m. to midnight, and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Urban Garden Cafe, where healthy meets delicious just for you.
Good afternoon, welcome. Good afternoon and welcome to Talk on the Block. Many issues to explore. I'm just hoping we have the time. A leader of the opposition and political leader of the United Workers' Party, Lennox Linton, reiterated again today that his party supports the Citizens by Investment program, but has serious concerns of the way it is being operated in Dominica. The opposition leader is not relenting. Even after pressure from the supporters of the Dominica Labour Party. According to Linton, quote, well, number one, the CBI program in Dominica, while we support it, we also know and are concerned that the program has been mismanaged and corrupted to become primarily a source of Labour Party election campaign financing and wealth creation for a select few of the people. While millions promise to national development in constituencies like Marigot remain unspent. Secondly, Linton believes that there is a lack of accountability and transparency in Dominica with that program. However, one of the strongest points made by the opposition leader at that news conference this morning, he wants to stop to the diplomatic passport program. Let's listen.
In our attempts to protect the integrity of our diplomacy around the world, we ask the question, will the Honorable Minister inform this Honorable House as follows? The names of all persons who are not members of Parliament issued with diplomatic passports of the Commonwealth of Dominica and or diplomatic status on behalf of the Commonwealth of Dominica from July 1st, 2000 to June 30th, 2016, along with the dates of issue of the diplomatic passports and the commencement date of the diplomatic engagement, and the names of all persons holding such passports that have been cancelled and or withdrawn prior to expiration, and the dates and reasons for such cancellation or withdrawal. Similar questions were asked in 2006 and 2012. We got answers. And in 2012, you got an answer from the Prime Minister himself, was at the time holding the Foreign Affairs portfolio. The answer this time around was curious. The government has never, as a rule, publicized sensitive details of appointments outside of the corresponding countries to which persons are engaged. I stop here. Question, what sensitive details did we ask for? We only requested the name of the holder of the passport. And if such passport had been either revoked or cancelled, the date of such revocation or cancellation. What sensitive details are you talking about? Effective foreign policy, the answer continues, is never practiced in the media or the public domain. While government could have no difficulty sharing the number of diplomatic appointments and postings established, it remains opposed to the idea of divulging detailed information on all appointees in a forum that is essentially public in nature and to which the entire world has access. We haven't asked for detailed information. We haven't asked for sensitive information. We asked for a name of the diplomat engaged and the date on which that diplomat was engaged. And to the extent that the diplomatic passport was revoked or withdrawn, the date of such withdrawal or revocation. And so, this answer tells us that something is amiss. And I will tell you what's amiss, people of Dominica. This, for me, is evidence that diplomatic passports are being sold. Because what this information would have disclosed is that people who have found themselves in trouble with the law but had our diplomatic passports still continue to hold on to them. They should be revoked. You should withdraw them if you found that they're involved in international banditry or money laundering or terrorism or so on, but they still have the passports. Why do they have them? Because they paid for them, and the people who received the money are not willing to refund it. So if what you have paid me, you're not willing to refund, then you have no authority to ask me for what I have taken from you in exchange. And that is what this answer to the passport question is all about. They are hiding information. in order to prevent the public from knowing the truth. And you know what galls me? You know what disappoints us in the United Workers' Party? That we have come to 2017 in Dominica, and we have politicians in this country who still pride on creating an atmosphere of ignorance, and who thrive on feeding that atmosphere of ignorance so that people will be constantly fooled. They will be lied to. They will be abused left, right, and center for the benefit of corrupt politicians. I stand here today to say to Dominica, it is time to wake up.
That was the opposition leader, Mr. Lennox Linton, calling for suspension, or if you will, an end to this issuing of diplomatic passports to all and sundry. We'll continue with the discussion in a minute here, but we have a visiting tourist, I suspect, who may have lost his passport. He wants to give some information about us. So good afternoon to you. What's the name?
Hello, Dominica. My name is Bjorn. I'm from Denmark, and it's not my passport, it's my wallet.
Oh, your wallet?
It's a big, bad, brown leather wallet.
What's in there?
There's my driver's license and my bank card, most importantly. And a bit of money, not too much, some euros, some dollars, some EC. You can see my face on my driver's license. And it was lost somewhere on the Waitikubuli National Trail in Section 2, in between Tedmorn Village and Grand Reserve, possibly on the bus that we caught in Grand Reserve going towards Bellevue, Chopin. And it was a white bus and a really nice bus driver. And Mr. Bus Driver, if you found my wallet, please give it to Rodney's Retreat. And that's in what's it called? In Soufrière, close to Brooklyn, close to the playing grounds. And here's the phone number for you. It's 612-2400. 612-2400. So somebody out there, please, if you have my wallet, send it there and help me to keep on enjoying this beautiful island right here. Much love.
All your cards in there? All your credit cards, everything in there?
Yeah, man.
I know how you feel. give me the name again.
Yeah, my name is Bjorn Swartz. Bjorn Swartz, like Bjorn Borg. I'm from Denmark. And the place to take the wallet or to call is Rodney's Wellness Retreat in Soufrière. And the number is 612-2400.
Thank you. I'm hoping you find your wallet.
Thanks for letting me come on here, and we love your island, so keep it rocking.
We love you too, man. I'm hoping you find that wallet. Thank you. We continue, Dominica. This is Q95. The world is watching and everybody's reacting to this CBI passport program, especially the piece on CBS 60 Minutes. My good friend and colleague in St. Vincent, Jerry George, he's a journalist. Listen.
Immigration and global security is a man who does not like the system. Why do you think CBS brought this program to the fore? They brought it to the fore because they say, listen, you have been giving out passports to people who should not have them, to known world criminals. Yes, folks, that's what we must be dealing with. But more importantly, places like Dominica have been giving out diplomatic passports. No, the man who designed the system, I can't remember his name at the moment, he has stepped away and says, listen, when I designed this system, I never intended diplomatic passports to be part of the system, you know. I never intended that. And the reason being, when a person holds a diplomatic passport and they appear at an immigration point, They are waived pass because in the world, a diplomatic passport means a person is a diplomat and they extended certain special processes. So Dominica has been selling separately, under the table, diplomatic passports. And that's the problem. But nobody wants to deal with that. Instead, turn the entire country against the opposition leader, threaten his life, because that is going to fix the problem that the United States is pointing out to. God, when are we going to grow up as a people? When? You know, it really hurts me, because we have made party paramount in our region. Good morning, Laura, good to see you. We have made parties paramount in our region. And some people don't want anybody to say anything against their party. No matter how wrong whatever they're doing is, don't say anything against them. Really. I know there are a lot of cowards, but good for them. If we're going to fix this Caribbean, if we're going to fix St. Vincent and the Grenadines, then if we're going to fix this Caribbean, if we're going to fix St. Vincent and the Grenadines, then we all have to speak up. No single individual has the right to feel that they can run our countries however they want and only in their interest. No, we produce the Time to Face the Facts program, and in the last 2 years, Time to Face the Facts has dealt with this subject twice, not once, twice. We have called attention to this same CBI program. But you know what? We did it, so nobody paid attention. But now that CBS has done it, everybody's gone crazy. In all, we spent 4 hours. Each of our programs is 2 hours long. We spent 4 hours bringing to the fore these facts. But nobody pays attention. See, it was done by a Caribbean person. CBS does a slot for about 15 minutes and everybody's gone crazy. We said exactly the same thing. We called to attention exactly the same problems. But we don't pay attention to our own. And I said 2 years. And if somebody had picked our height, we could have brought this matter and started to clean up this matter. Now what happened? We have no choice. Because, as I said to you, the man who Trump is going to give this job to do has made it clear he doesn't like these programs. Now here's what my fear is. St. Kitts economy has been redeemed by this program. If the United States moves against this program, St. Kitts economy could find itself losing a tremendous amount of revenue. Because program, we're told, owns them 40% of the 40%. And if this program goes awry for Dominica, they will have to replace 40% of their revenues. Are you getting the picture here? Antigua is building its economy on this very same thing. All right? And if the USA, we don't like this program, cut it out. Antigua's revenue goes. These are 3 countries out of the OECS, Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, folks. And if those countries run into economic difficulty, all of us run into this economic difficulty. Right? All of us run into economic difficulty. And that's the fact. That's why we should be worried about this. That America has now sent the signal, this thing is under our radar and we don't like it. Because America all you want. You see, when we do things, we learn to do them properly. I'm surprised that St. Lucia is now really introducing their program. I know what St. Lucia is doing. They're undercutting everybody else. That's how we do stuff. That is our kind of business in the Caribbean. Not looking for a specific aspect and niche and lift it. Undercut everybody. In fact, in St. Lucia, you don't have to pay in St. Lucia. You don't have to swear allegiance. You just pay the money and go. And when you do that, you think that in the global sphere of things, everybody's going to accept that.
That was Jerry George. Now I suspect they may be going after Jerry Jorgensen Vincent for his outspokenness. When it's wrong. Just say it's wrong. Should we be issuing our diplomatic passport? 124, we're taking some phone calls. A little later, we'll hear from Vince Anderson. He has responded, I was told, to the CBS letter written to yours truly. We'll allow you to hear. Well, let's take a few phone calls. Talk to me. Are you there, caller? Hello? Are you there? I suspect not. $125, this is Talk on the Block. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Matt.
To you, sir.
Yeah, well, Matt, when I heard the articulation, and I must say the comprehensive articulation of party boss, the Honorable Lennox Linton, in response to his participation in the interview with the Americans, I was pleased. But not only was I pleased, the news individuals there couldn't come up with an answer, a question. What are Dominicans waiting for to give Lennox Linton and the United Workers' Party a chance to transform the economy of this country? This man articulated his position with clarity, man. It is outrageous and scandalous for Prime Minister Skerrit to expect to get away with this scandal in the passport business. He needs to take a deep breath and, according to the political leader, stop the exchange of diplomatic passport for US dollars. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. We're taking more phone calls. Hello.
Matt, the oppositions across the Caribbean need to get together and fight this. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Hello, talk to me.
Hi, good afternoon, Matt.
Uh-huh.
You saw what I was thinking, and this was CBS. It's the medium that I respect for ages. And I think, DA, what time is it? Time to change the concept of free hand to earn, because Dominican people getting poorer and poorer every day. And this, we need to change. Maybe that was the explosion on CBS, because the Antiguan leader took this chance. But our Dominican leader tend to hide away from the international media. Ladies and gentlemen, people of Dominica, think of where you're heading. This country in itself is yours, and you need to take a decision, because whatever is happening today is not in your direction. It is in a direction of about 7 to 26 people right here in Dominica that created this.
Call, I suspect I've lost that call. 128. When we come back, we'll hear from Vince Henderson in response to CBS. Be coming back after this.
of the questions being raised is, were you contacted by CBS, and why didn't you consent to an interview if you were contacted?
I was never contacted by CBS. And if I was contacted by CBS to do a program to besmirch Dominica's name, there's no way I would participate. As a private citizen, as a member of parliament, or as Prime Minister of this country.
Q95, the big station, your Calypso radio headquarters, bringing you the live proceedings of every Calypso show and every Calypso tent. Song for song, beat for beat, tent for tent, competition for competition. Listen to our live broadcasts from anywhere in the world. Stay connected at Q95DA.com. Send us your texts and WhatsApp messages during our exhilarating live broadcasts to 767-615-1426. Let us know you're connected and locked to the big station, Q95. Our commentators will acknowledge you and your messages and shout-outs during each and every exciting live broadcast. Tune in this Saturday, 7th January from 8 p.m. for the Calypso Eliminations. Q95, the big station, your Calypso radio headquarters. Right on Q.
Of course, we're going back to that clip there with Mr. Scarrett as it relates to the question about CBS and why did they not contact him.
Baptist, Marpin News. I believe, as I've heard from people, one of the questions being raised is, were you contacted by CBS, and why didn't you consent to an interview if you were contacted?
I was never contacted by CBS. And if I was contacted by CBS to do a program to besmirch Dominica's name, there's no way I would participate. As a private citizen, as a member of parliament, or as Prime Minister of this country.
Of course, as a result of this question, I wrote to CBS and 60 Minutes in search of an answer. I got this response and I shared it with you this morning. I repeat it again. Mr. Peltier, 60 Minutes, repeatedly contacted Ambassador Henderson, who said the PM was willing to be interviewed, even giving us potential dates that he said fit the Prime Minister's schedule. But then, the ambassador never confirmed, despite our numerous overtures. And that was from Kevin Tedesco. Who is the Executive Director of Communications, CBS News, 60 Minutes. I told you this morning that I expected a response from the ambassador. He did not speak to me directly, but spoke to the radio station, I think, Kyrie, this morning. Let's listen. Stick around, coming up.
The truth is, almost several months ago, in the wake of the Phil Bruckner Huffington Post publication, someone from CBS contacted me, indicating that they wanted to do a piece on our program. and that they would have some discussions and so. I provided them with as much information as I could, and also made myself inform them that I would be available if they wish to do an interview. I also gave them the contact information of several players in the industry. Not all necessarily friends of Dominica, but they're all familiar with Dominica's program. Some of them were agents and promoters, but had a great knowledge of the industry generally, because they also are agents for the Canadian program, the EB5, the American program, the UK program, other programs throughout the region, Malta and Cyprus, Bulgaria as well. And I felt that they would be in a better position to provide information on this as well. I also gave them the contact information of developers, people like Range Developments. So all of this was provided to them. And unfortunately, at some point, I didn't hear from them, so I thought the matter died. And suddenly, I saw the preview. I found it was a bit unfortunate that we did not get that opportunity. The truth is, almost several months ago.
Did you listen to Mr. Vince Henderson? Did you hear the email from CBS sent to yours truly, Mr. Vince Henderson? You're running away from the issue. Mr. Vince Henderson, here is the email again. Take notes. I know you're listening. Mr. Peltier, 60 Minutes repeatedly contacted Ambassador Henderson, who said the PM was willing to be interviewed, even giving us potential dates that he said fit the Prime Minister's schedule. But then the ambassador never confirmed, despite our numerous overtures. Mr. Vince Henderson, you're running away from the big question. Through you, Mr. Henderson, again the question: did CBS try to make contact with Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit? Here is your response this morning.
The truth is, almost several months ago, in the wake of the Phil Bruckner Huffington Post publication, someone from CBS contacted me, indicating that they wanted to do a piece on our program, and that they would have some discussions and so. I provided them with as much information as I could, and also made myself inform them that I would be available if they wish to do an interview. I also gave them the contact information of several players in the industry. Not all necessarily friends of Dominica, but they're all familiar with Dominica's program. Some of them were agents and promoters, but had a great knowledge of the industry generally, because they also are agents for the Canadian program, the EB5, the American program, the UK program, other programs throughout the region, Malta and Cyprus, Bulgaria as well. And I felt that they would be in a better position to provide information on this as well. I also gave them the contact information of developers, people like Range Developments. So all of this was provided to them. And unfortunately, at some point, I didn't hear from them, so I thought the matter died. And suddenly, I saw the preview. I found it was a bit unfortunate that we did not get that opportunity.
John Baptist, Marpin News. I believe, as I've heard from questions being raised is, were you contacted by CBS, and why didn't you consent to an interview if you were contacted?
I was never contacted by CBS.
Well, that's a question that we tried to clarify, Mr. Vince Henderson, whether the Prime Minister was contacted by CBS. CBS wrote to yours truly again because of the question. I was inquiring and asking questions. Mr. Peltier, 60 Minutes repeatedly contacted Ambassador Henderson. Mr. Henderson, again the question: did CBS contact you to do an interview with the Prime Minister of Dominica? The answer is not forthcoming. Ambassador, please clarify. Hello, talk to me.
Good afternoon to you and your listeners.
Yes.
Doctorate in lying. These guys, they are strangers to the truth. And Yavins, they miss an opportunity. Wolf in sheep clothing. They cannot face the media outside their mouth. They cannot, because the palm of their hands are not clean. Vince lying, Skerrit lying. both of them cannot be trusted. I listened to the leader of the opposition press conference, comprehensive explanation. In fact, just about 3 or 4 questions from the media. But when you listen to Skerrit, once you see him beating his eyes and smiling, he is searching, he is thinking of how he can come up with another lie. They did contact Vincent and Mr. Skerrit in his press conference said that he would not go because as the Prime Minister...
But listen to Mr. Vince Henderson saying that we missed an opportunity. So what are they really saying?
What, Matt?
Yes.
They give 60 minutes more evidence not to trust them, and they're telling the rest of the world, they're telling America, continue to put cameras on them because a bunch of thieves we have in...
Copel, watch your words there. It's 1:40, okay? I'll apologize on your behalf. You have to be proving that. Hello, talk to me. Hi. Yes.
Yes, Matt.
That's a joke.
What blessing say laughable?
Uh-huh.
You're telling me they call you to ask you something about your program. The program is a Dominican program. You gave names of every agent on the system. You don't give the agent. You don't give the people the name of your boss. You don't give the name of the Prime Minister, the man who markets every week. Every month, the man is somewhere in the world trying to market Dominica as regards to selling of passports, and that man's name is left out. I mean, who these people think they fooling? Maybe they're fooling your Dominicans, but not us. Out of Dominica. Thank you very much, man.
Mr. Leonard Clinton, of course, the opposition leader, commented on this episode earlier in the news conference.
Somebody in the Roosevelt-Skerrit administration is lying again. And those lies are destroying the credibility of Dominica in the international community. CBS News will have no reason to say they tried to contact you and did not. Because if you try to say you did not, they're going to release the evidence of their communication with either the ambassador or the Prime Minister, as the case might be. So where does the government go from here? I heard Mr. Skerrit saying if any member of his administration, it can be proved that the evidence comes up that they made statements threatening the life of anybody, opposition leader or whoever else, then you'd fire them. Well, Mr. Prime Minister, Vince Henderson it is now alleged by CBS News that Vince Henderson was contacted on your behalf and that Vince Henderson gave CBS the impression that you were talking with him about this interview. In light of the statement you made, a categoric statement that CBS News never contacted you, if in fact they contacted Ambassador Henderson and you all had conversations, then it is time for Ambassador Henderson to go. If Ambassador Henderson does not go, then it is time for you to go. Or it is time for both of you to go.
Let's listen to this interview or this clip there from Leonard Clinton again, coming from this news conference and commenting on this CBS issue and who they made contact with. Again, Leonard Clinton.
Somebody in the Roosevelt-Skerrit administration is lying again. And those lies are destroying the credibility of Dominica in the international community. CBS News will have no reason to say they tried to contact you and did not. Because if you try to say you did not, they're going to release the evidence of their communication with either the ambassador or the Prime Minister, as the case might be. So where does the government go from here? I heard Mr. Skerrit saying if any member of his administration, it can be proved that the evidence comes up that they made statements threatening the life of anybody, opposition leader or whoever else, then you'd fire them. Well, Mr. Prime Minister, Vince Henderson it is now alleged by CBS News that Vince Henderson was contacted on your behalf and that Vince Henderson gave CBS the impression that you were talking with him about this interview. In light of the statement you made, a categoric statement that CBS News never contacted you, if in fact they contacted Ambassador Henderson and you all had conversations, then it is time for Ambassador Henderson to go. If Ambassador Henderson does not go, then it is time for you to go. Or it is time for both of you to go.
1:44, this is Talk on the Block. Talk to me.
Matt, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Well, Matt.
Something is not right. Hello.
The Honorable Leonard Clinton is vindicated today Because at the end of the day, Vince technically gave an apology because here it is now. That Vince is telling us now that they missed the opportunity after having castigated Lennox and trying to implicate Lennox in that matter and try to make to think that Lennox was the problem and now he tells us to miss that matter. Now he has not addressed the matter, because we are saying if a media firm has contacted you, right? They have contacted you on behalf of the Prime Minister. You gave potential dates, meaning that you may have discussed the matter with the Prime Minister, and that's why you all arrived at certain dates. Why is it that the Prime Minister has not appeared? Why is it so? Whose fault that they missed the opportunity? I think these guys have come to realize the world is listening, and they have implicated nasty Dominican name, and they cannot come out. But I am calling for the resignation for Vince Anderson and the Prime Minister alike. Thanks back for the work that you're doing. You're doing a wonderful job for Dominica.
Thank you, sir. It's 1:45. I'm just in search of the truth. That's what it is. Hello.
You will not get it, my boy. My first party, that little man from St. Joe, I have never taken him seriously. Never have I taken Roosevelt Skerritt seriously.
Did you hear his response?
I heard his response. Matt, this is the same Vince Anderson, and the same Roosevelt Skerritt. When they were not given ministerial positions in the cabinet of Rosie Douglas, they threatened to leave and join the UWP. You must tell the people that. They threatened to leave the Labour and join WP because they were not given ministerial appointments. It's only when they were given that by basically blackmailing Rosie Douglas, they were given appointments. So this is the kind of people you're dealing with. Now, Matt, let me tell you something. I hope Roosevelt Skerritt and the management of Mapping, you all do not victimize that young woman who asked Skerritt that question. You all have a habit for that, Because when Skerritt attempted to answer the question, you could see he was vexed at the question, Matt. But first, let me at this point congratulate the UWP for hosting this press conference this morning, and particularly Lennox Linton, Matt, for articulating the issues surrounding this passport selling business, this crooked thing, with clarity and eloquence. He alone can do it, Matt. Well done, Lennox. Matt, I would like the UWP to forward a copy of the recording of the press conference, Matt, to the State Department of the United States. I want a copy sent to Donald Trump and to the management of CBS, because I want Donald Trump, to find out who are those 240 people who hold our diplomatic passports. Because those people, Matt Peltier, could very well be sympathizers of Al-Qaeda and ISIS, and they could very well pose a threat to the security of the United States, because I have my family living in the States. I don't want anybody bombing them or shooting them. So I want to know who are those people who have the diplomatic passports, Matt. And lastly, Matt, the man who threatened Lennox Linton, is he a British citizen? Who is he, Matt?
No, I was told he's a guy from the western village of St. Joseph.
Okay, is he living in Britain?
Yes, he is.
Okay, I hope Lennox takes it to the very end, because I want the British to put him away for a very long time.
Well, Lennox told the news conference this afternoon that he is, of course, following up, and he's not accepting the apology from that very person. Hello, 148.
Just need to congratulate Lennox. He's a genius. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Hello, talk to me.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Carried back in just like a dog.
No. Let's not go down in the gutter, okay? Thank you very much. Have a little respect there for the Prime Minister. 148. Hello.
Matt, good afternoon to you.
To you too. Yes.
Matt, Crook and Boss Crook, liars, great liars, both Vince and Honorable the Prime Minister. When the children were brought from Cuba, after Skerritt went up there and lied to Castro, when they came down, they were bumped from Vince Anderson back to Skerritt, from Vince back to Skerritt. When Skerritt gave them a talk, he said go to Vince. When they go to Vince, Vince said to go to Skerritt. When they go to Skerritt, Skerritt said to go to Vince. When they go back to Vince, Vince said that he never spoke to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister said yes, he spoke to them. After Vince made an appointment for the Free Boys to come and see him, when he knew they were coming, he went and hide and tell his secretary to say he's not there. But they're more smart than Vince. They step aside and play the went just to see that Vince is stepping out of the building. They are just liars, and from day one they are lying, and you don't expect to get the truth from them. Thank you very much.
Vince Anderson, thank you, ma'am. Ambassador Vince Anderson, just come forward and tell the people the truth. It's 449-3095. Did the CBS 60 Minutes news team there contact you or contact the Prime Minister through you? That's a very simple question, because according to the CBS, they didn't make contact with you to talk to the Prime Minister. That's all I can say for now. 150, hello. Hi. Hello.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Good afternoon to you.
Matt, I am listening, and I am just shaking my head and wondering, what is it that Dominica needs to know more than what you have exposed? To understand that they have a very corrupt regime, and the people who represent them only represent their own interests, not the Dominican people's interests. Matt, it's going to be a time when the hammer is going to come down heavy on Dominica's economy. Compliments Roosevelt Skerrit and his thugs. I don't understand why the supporters of Roosevelt, the labor rights and the labor rights, continue to swallow and digest, continue to get from this guy. Henderson, I side with Afi. Sooner or later, the State Department will have to bring him in, since he keeps perpetuating selling passports to girls out there to enter the United States and cause harm to our nation. It's hurtful, and labor rights, Gondarians, you need to understand you are supporting a very corrupt regime that is setting no future for your children and for Dominica at large. They have enriched themselves to the point where they have so much money that they care less about you. Continue to look out for their interests. If you vote this guy in, Henderson shows Dominica he is another pathological liar, just as his mentor, Roosevelt Skerrit. Thank you, Matt. I'm listening, and continue to do the good investigative work that you are doing for the people of Dominica. God bless you.
151, 48 seconds. That's the afternoon time. I'm just calling on the ambassador there. Just come forward with the truth. Here's Mr. Skerrit again, asked the question by this young journalist there from Mapping. Mapping 2K4. Here's the question, please.
John Baptist, Mapping News. I believe, as I've heard from people, one of the questions being raised is, were you contacted by CBS, and why didn't you consent to an interview if you were contacted?
I was never contacted by CBS. And if I was contacted by CBS to do a program to besmirch Dominica's name, there's no way I would participate. As a private citizen, as a member of parliament, or as Prime Minister of this country.
Even after I disclosed this morning that I received this email from CBS, basically describing or explaining that yes, they did get in touch with the ambassador, and the ambassador assured them that they would get an interview because the Prime Minister was willing to be interviewed. Now, Mr. Vince Henderson, although not responding directly, is telling the world that they missed an opportunity.
The truth is, almost several months ago, in the wake of the Phil Bruckner Huffington Post publication, someone from CBS contacted me, indicating that they wanted to do a piece on our program, and that they would have some discussions and so. I provided them with as much information as I could. and also informed them that I would be available if they wish to do an interview. I also gave them the contact information of several players in the industry. Not all necessarily friends of Dominica, but they're all familiar with Dominica's program. Some of them were agents and promoters, but had a great knowledge of the industry generally, because they also are agents for the Canadian program, the EB5, the American program, the UK program, other programs throughout the region, Malta and Cyprus, Bulgaria as well. And I felt that they would be in a better position to provide information on this as well. I also gave them the contact information of developers, people like Range Developments. So all of this was provided to them. And unfortunately, at some point, I didn't hear from them, so I thought the matter died. And suddenly, I saw the preview. I find it was a bit unfortunate that we did not get that opportunity.
It's 5 more minutes and we'll wrap it up. Mr. Vince Anderson, if you came straight this morning and said, yes, CBS contacted me, but we were not able. Let's take a few more phone calls. I have to wrap it up there. Hello.
When you look at Vince, Kerry, Tony, Nanton, it's a set of cabals. Then they are just like cancer eating you slowly inside. And when the cancer do get to the extent, it's too late on you. Those are the kind of people we have leading us there.
Caller, thank you very much. There's 156. Mr. Vince Anderson, just come forward and, speak the truth. That would help you. Hello.
Matt.
Yes.
Hold on, I just read the first fire. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I'm telling you, you will never get the truth from those people there, Matt. This is a cabinet, according to the lady from Granby. This is a cabinet of liars.
Caller, thank you very much. 156.
Matt.
Uh-huh.
You hear lies? Good afternoon.
That's what you want to say. Hello, talk to me. Good afternoon to you, sir.
I really admire your courage to take on this situation. If I know you very well, Matt, you've just begun to collect information on this thing. I'm sure CD.
I don't know what happened to you there, but as I said to you, and I said this morning, I'm in search of the truth, so I will dig. Hello, talk to me.
Yes, Matt, good afternoon.
To you.
Matt, the truth will always offend the Labour Party.
Thank you very much. Hello, talk to me.
Hey, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, are you trying to point gas in fire?
Yes, I think I have.
Matt, my grandaunt always tell me, liars have what memory. And they will continue to lie, and they will continue to lie, Matt, until they get themselves stuck, all of them. Bye-bye.
All right, Mr. Vincent just said that they missed the opportunity. The Prime Minister saying if he knew or if he was approached, he wouldn't have, consented to that interview. I just don't know what to believe at this point. Hello.
Yes. Good afternoon, Matt.
Yes.
Matt, we should always remember that Mr. Osborne Revere told us as Dominicans, don't trust Vince Anderson and Roosevelt Skerritt. So what worrying about? Don't worry yourself about these guys.
I'm not worried. No, I'm not.
Mr. Osborne Revere told Dominicans about who Vince Anderson and Roosevelt Skerritt is. So Dominicans should worry about those two guys.
Hello, talk to me. Another phone call. It's 1:58. We're climbing to that time.
Matt.
Yes.
The biggest threat to security in Dominica is Roosevelt Skerritt, Vince Anderson, and the Labour Party.
Caller, thank you very much. We will take that call and wrap it up here. Hello. You're back.
No lie, I don't know what the other lie are going to say. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Hello. Caller, you there?
Yes, good afternoon, Matt.
Good
afternoon, Matt.
Yes.
Matt, can you recall in 2000, they were saying get them out by any cost?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to get them out by any cost now.
I'm leaving you with this one for the weekend. We'll be back on Monday.
I know some of you wouldn't believe me, but if a lie asked me good friend Mackie, it was a big lying competition to see who they will crown as lying champion. Liars from all parts of the West Indies, big shot liars from all them foreign countries. From a feel about a